Have you ever walked into a church and something just felt off? You couldn't quite explain it, but you felt it. Maybe it felt judgmental, like one wrong move and you'd be talked about. Maybe it felt cold, like people were friendly on Sunday but distant every other day. Or maybe it felt like you had to have it all together just to belong. Like faith was a performance, and you were always one mistake away from losing your place. If you've ever felt that, you're not alone, and I want to talk about why that happens. And what a genuinely healthy church actually looks like. Because here's what I've noticed: when people get hurt by church, they don't just leave a building. They leave community, they leave faith, sometimes. They leave God. And that matters, so we can't just assume that showing up on Sunday means a church is healthy. A full room doesn't mean a healthy culture. A great sermon doesn't mean people are actually growing. Numbers don't tell the whole story, so what does a healthy church actually look like? Let's start here. A healthy church is not a place full of perfect people. It never was. It never will be. Church is a place where imperfect people are genuinely changing. And that kind of change is real, lasting, and only happens in the right environment. That environment starts with two things working together: truth and grace. Now, a lot of churches have one without the other. Some churches are heavy on truth, clear on what's right and wrong. But cold, harsh, unforgiving. That kind of truth pushes people away. It doesn't heal, it wounds. Other churches are heavy on grace, warm, welcoming, accepting, but nothing is ever addressed, nothing is ever corrected. That kind of grace keeps people comfortable, but it doesn't help them grow. Here's the thing: truth without grace pushes people away. Grace without truth keeps people stuck. But when both are present, when people feel loved and challenged, they don't just attend, they transform. That's the foundation. And when that foundation is in place, it shows up in the culture in three very specific ways. The first is accountability. In a healthy church, wrong is addressed, not ignored, not covered up, not excused. And this goes both ways. Leaders are not above correction. Members are not above accountability. Because without it, hurt just keeps repeating itself. People get wounded, and nothing changes. The second is safety. Now, safety doesn't mean comfort without challenge. It means people can be honest without fear of being shamed or rejected. It means you can say, "I'm struggling," without it becoming gossip. It means you can ask hard questions without being made to feel like your faith is weak. Because people don't open up in spaces where they don't feel safe. And if they can't be honest, they can't grow. The third is love in action. Not just words, not just a Sunday message about love, but how people are treated when they fail. How they are supported when they're struggling. How they are restored when they fall. Because love in action looks like someone showing up. It looks like a phone call, a meal, a conversation. It looks like I see you, not just on Sunday, but in real life. Because at the end of the day, the health of a church is not measured by its size, not by its stage, not by its budget, not by how many people fill the seats. It is measured by its culture, by how people treat each other when no one is watching, by whether people are actually being transformed or just expected to perform. So let me leave you with this question: is your church a place where people are truly growing? Or is it a place where people are just trying to fit in? That question is worth sitting with. And if you're in a season where you've been hurt by church, I want you to know this: the answer is not to give up on community. The answer is to find the right one. Drop your thoughts in the comments. What does a healthy church look like to you? And if this resonated, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Follow us for more Christian content that helps you to grow.